Hello guys, I am today attempting to cover history of Ahom kingdom in this short video. The Ahom kingdom was a kingdom in the Brahmaputra valley in Assam. It is well known for maintaining its sovereignty for nearly 600 years from 1228 to 1826 AD and successfully resisting Mughal expansion in northeast India. The kingdom was established by Chaulung Sukapha, a Thai prince from Maung Mau. After arriving in Assam, he decided not to attack the Morans and Borahis but befriend them instead. His followers thus married into the Borahi and Moran ethnic groups. Though it came to be called the Ahom kingdom in the colonial and subsequent times, it was largely multi-ethnic, with the ethnic Ahom people constituting less than 10% of the population towards the end of their rule. The first major expansion of the kingdom was at the cost of the Sutia kingdom, which was partially annexed in 1524 under King Sohummung. Under Sohummung, the kingdom made large territorial expansions at the cost of both Sutia and Kochari kingdoms. The expansion was so large and so rapid that the Ahoms became a minority in the kingdom. This resulted in a change in the character of the kingdom and it became multi-ethnic and inclusive. Hindu influence, which were first felt under Bamuni Konwar at the end of the 14th century, became significant. The Assamese language entered the Ahom court and coexisted with the Thai language for some time in the 17th century before finally replacing it. Charaidev was the main capital of this kingdom. Although the capital of the Ahoms moved many times, Charaidev remained their symbolic center. The kings recognized themselves as Indravamsha Kshatriyas and were referred to as Swargdev. In the nearly 600-year history, at least 39 Swargadevs ruled the kingdom. Chaulung Sukapha, Sohummung, Sudangpha Bamuni Konwar, Pratap Singha, Jayadhwaj Singha, Gadadhar Singha, Shiva Singha are amongst the most prominent rulers that we can easily find in their history. For most of its existence, the kingdom followed pike system. Every male in the Ahom kingdom between the ages of 15 and 50 who was not a noble, a priest, a high caste or a slave was a pike. The pikes were organized in 4-member groups, each called a goat. Each goat sent one member by rotation for public works like building roads. Labor in pike system was not paid. By 1714, about 90% of the population belonged to this class. Now, considering that I am trying to make a short video for a 600-year-long empire, I am willingly omitting the administrative framework of the Ahom kingdom. Hindu influence entered the Ahom court during the 1400s and gradually accepted thereafter. In the early phase, Vaishnavism was practiced. However, later the Shakta sect rose in ascendancy. The Ahom monarchy was friendly towards tribals right from the establishment of the kingdom. Hence, caste system was diluted in the rule and untouchability was removed to a great extent. As expected from Ahom's kingdom multiculture, great work of art came into being, showing a mix of Thai and Assamese. Ornaments like Jonbiri and Gamkharu are of Ahom origin. Muga silkworms or Antheria assamensis was first reared by Ahoms. The costumes prepared with Muga golden silk fabric regarded as the dresses of national honor and dignity in Assam. The Ahoms built various architectural wonders like Shiva Dol, Talatal Ghor, Joy Sagar, Rongo Ghor, Namdang Bridge, Ghansham Dol, Dhodar Ali and Dhareshwar Devalaya to name a few. The Ahoms were great builders and several roads and bridges built by them are still in use in many parts of Shivsagar. Perhaps the most famous is the Dhodar Ali, built some 400 years ago, which connects Shivsagar to Golaghat. Ahom kingdom did not have education for the masses. Maybe the kings deemed that education was not important for general public. Even most of the nobles and kings were unschooled and were rather schooled in warfare and in administration. However, the Ahom priest clans, namely the Deodhais, the Bailungs and Mohans, continued their schooling in Ahom language. Buranjis, that is, royal diaries, were written in Ahom language and Ahom language continued to be the court language almost to the end of the Ahom regime. Hasti Vidyarnaba is one of the best known illustrated manuscripts of Assam. Commissioned under the patronage of King Shiva Singha, it deals with the management and care of elephants in the royal stables. It includes how the elephant should be trained for the use by the nobility and for the purpose of war. The Hasti Vidyarnava has an elaborate taxonomic system describing the various types of elephants and their character. The kingdom came under repeated Mughal attacks in the 17th century, and on one occasion in 1662, the Mughals under Mir Jumla occupied the capital Kargaon. The Mughals were unable to keep it, and in the end of the Battle of Saraighat, the Ahoms not only fended off a major Mughal invasion but extended their boundaries west up to the Manas River. Following a period of confusion, the kingdom got itself the last set of the kings, the Tunkhungia kings established by Gadadhar Singha. The rule of Tunkhungia kings were marked by peace and achievements in arts and engineering construction. But as is the fate of every kingdom, no ruler can rule forever. The later phase of the Tunkhungia rule was also marked by increasing social conflicts leading to the Moamoria rebellion. The rebellion that started from 1769 until 1805 was the conflict between Morans, the adherents of Muamara Satra, and the Ahom kings. The rebels were able to capture and maintain power at the capital Rangpur for some years, but were finally removed. After retaking of the capital, the repression by the kings led to large depopulation due to emigration as well as execution, but the conflicts were never solved. At last, a much weakened kingdom fell to repeated Burmese attacks. The Burmese were defeated by the British in the First Anglo-Burmese War, resulting in the Treaty of Yandabu in 1826, which paved the way for the British to convert the Ahom kingdom into its principality and which marked the end of the Ahom rule. Although the architecture and arts were great, however, according to me, the greatest achievement of this kingdom was in the racial and cultural unification that we still see in India's East. Signing off for now, historically yours.